Sawabuna. I know I'm late doing this story because it's been done and I've seen it on other black channels, but I thought I'd give my 2 cents on it. This is the earliest article I was able to find, and this happened in Muskegon, Michigan. An 18-year-old woman drowned overnight Thursday at the Pierre Marquette Park bench in Muskegon. Muskegon Public Safety Director Jeffrey Lewis identified the woman as Taleah Lowe from South Haven. The incident was reported around 10:45 p.m. Thursday, October 14th, when first responders from the Muskegon Fire and Police Departments were dispatched to the park at 1600 Beach Street on reports of a swimmer struggling in a rip current in Lake Michigan, according to Lewis. U.S. Coast Guard personnel responded by boat and helicopter. First responders searched the beach and the waters by boat and by air for several hours looking for Lowe. Her body was eventually found in the water and recovered, Lewis said. An autopsy is slated to be conducted. This article is from October 19th from the Daily Dot. What really happened to my little cousin? Family seeks answers after black teen drowns in lake while swimming with friends. The police say there was no foul play, but the family isn't sure. And I happen to agree with the family. After a black teen drowned in Lake Michigan last week, her family wants answers and they aren't satisfied with the stories that's currently being told. Taleah Lowe was an 18-year-old freshman at Grand Valley State University. She went to the beach with Pierre Marquette Park with two of her classmates, Rachel Paulson and Chloe Ward, white girls, on the night of October 14th at 10:48 p.m. A 911 call reported someone struggling against the current in the water, and by 1:45 a.m., Lowe's body had been recovered. The Muskegon Police Department recorded the incident as an accidental drowning, and the police report states there is nothing to indicate foul play per the campus police. And this is a tweet from the police department. The official report from the Muskegon Police Department states that GVSU student Taleah Lowe accidentally drowned at the Pierre Marquette Beach in Muskegon while swimming with friends, also students at GSVU. Muskegon Fire and Police Departments were dispatched to the Lake Michigan Thursday night, October 14th. The U.S. Coast Guard responded with the boat and a helicopter and found her body in the river several hours later. The police report states there is nothing to indicate foul play. But Lowe's family believes there's more to the story that hasn't yet been uncovered. Their stories do not add up, Lowe's cousin Isaiah Lane posted on Facebook. How did all you guys end up in a rip current and she's the only girl who died? Black at that, and Taleah was never the type to get in no lake at 11 p.m. at night. Lane also claimed that Paulson and Ward were trying to get the passcode to Lowe's phone, which he says her family still has not recovered, and packed up her clothes before they even found her body. Paulson appears to have created a GoFundMe in Lowe's memory, which has since been deleted. However, an archived version of the webpage shows that it raised at least $2,500 prior to being taken down, and Lowe's family members say they have no idea where that money went. On the night of October 14th, 2021, me and my friends witnessed the passing of Taleah, a beautiful and young soul, due to a drowning incident from a current we had all experienced. The GoFundMe stated, anything helps to make this memorial set for her. Her life was ended too short, and we want to give her the send-off she deserves. The hashtag Justice for Taleah is being used by those on Twitter looking to draw attention to the teen's death, and includes a screenshot from a Facebook comment allegedly left by Paulson's mother on Lane's post. Taleah Lowe went swimming with Rachel Paulson and Chloe Ward, two white students at GVSU. She did not make it home. She drowned in Lake Michigan, and there's reason to believe she was killed by these girls. Nobody is doing enough. Nobody is saying enough. Rachel's family had this to say. Isaiah Lane, I remember the first GoFundMe, it was set up by someone called Rachel Paulson. This is so whack, no one's go swimming mid-October in Michigan. Those girls are definitely up to something. Taleah Lowe went swimming. Of course they went up to something. And as you can see, the tweets right here. According to this tweet right here, Taleah always at the beach but didn't like water. Taleah loved the beach. She grew up around the beach. She was always on the sand, never in the water. Taleah was scared of that water. She would never get into that water. My little cousin has been afraid of water since she was a baby. Now, according to that tweet by her cousin, Taleah Lowe was tossed into Lake Michigan. I mean, come on. What black person in their right mind would go to the beach that time of night? That don't even make any sense. She was afraid of the water. I mean, when I saw this story on the brother's channel, I knew immediately that them white girls killed this young sister. The motive to me was for money. They used her death to get money. Because how is it that you get thrown in the current, I apologize, in Lake Michigan at around 10 o'clock at night? But Taleah was the only one that was supposedly drowned. I have reason to think that she was murdered and was thrown in Lake Michigan. And the police are covering up for them white girls. Because the last known story was posted October 26th. You have not heard a word of this since. They are trying to bury this story of this young sister who was murdered by two white girls. That is why I don't understand when black people try to advocate not all white people are the same. White people are deviant. They are monsters. Think about it. This young sister was only 18. Her classmates was 18. They got a GoFundMe after her death. They have not recovered her phone. They packed her clothes up. They collected $2,500. Nobody has no idea where that money went. I conclude that she was murdered. Her body was thrown in the river because her cousin clearly stated in the tweet that she was afraid of the water and had been afraid of the water since she was a baby. I truly hope the family of this young, beautiful sister receives justice, but due to the hegemonic system, more likely of that happening is slim to none. Because, quite frankly, no white person is going to prosecute, especially over the death of a black woman. This is why separation is equally important, especially for our people. I really hate to see more and more young black people being murdered and no justice is being served. As long as we are under this white hegemonic system, no justice will ever be served. And this is also a message to you black females who are in the divestment and swirl movement. Since you care so much about black females, how come you not have reported this? This young black sister was murdered by 2 white girls. It's already bad enough you don't report when black females get murdered by their white spouses. The hypocrisy is real. If any of you divestors care so much about black females, why not report when that black female gets murdered? But of course, it was a black male that murdered her. Of course, y'all have been all over it. But let it been a black, white female or white male that murdered a black woman. Y'all don't have nothing to say. Y'all quiet. Y'all so quiet you can hear a pin drop. That's how I know you are very serious about not being serious. I offer my condolences to the family of this sister, Taleah Lowe. But like I said before, the likely chance of her receiving justice is slim to none. But the least we can do is keep her story alive, along with many other young black females and young black males who've been murdered in the hands of this white hegemonic system. Rest in power, Taleah Lowe. May you live be upon your ancestors.